Hello, hello, my friends. I know it's kind of a weird time, a weird place, but I'm excited to be here. So happy YouTube Day. Yeah, I have kind of a cold, so I sound a little snuffy. No worries, I feel great. A couple things I wanted to share with you before we get to work. I am using the Easter Friends stamp set. This is our stamp set all week. And I'm also using the tailor-made tags dies, and I'll show you how those work. Those are great. Along with the mini, it's really that little. Like, it's, you know how heavy those things are. This isn't. Super easy. This is the mini stamp and embossing machine. It's on sale only till tomorrow. So if that's something you've been thinking about, don't put that off. It's a huge discount. Okay. Next thing, if you do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love for you to choose me. If you would like more information, need a catalog, any of those things, I would be more than happy to help you. The easiest way to find it is to just go to karamiller.com and check it out. All the links are there. They're also in the link down below here. Okay, let's get to work. So this is the little Easter treat item that we're going to make today. Yeah, we have Easter baskets, but sometimes you want just a little something to tuck in, drop off, what have you. This is a great little treat holder. All right, so let me show, and it's really easy. It looks like you got crazy, but it's really easy. We use the tag, of course the Easter Bunny, and the My Friend. All right, so first things first, you're going to need a piece of Designer Series paper, 6x6, okay? Before you do anything else, you're going to roll it. Like toilet paper tube roll it, you know, like just roll her up, right? Okay. Then you're going to take your tear and tape. This is awesome. It's called tear and tape because you can tear it and it's tape. And I put it on the inside, okay? This is the wrong side, right on the very edge. And you're gonna roll it all the way down, right along the edge, right? Then just hold it and tear. Super simple. Then, my little piercing tool, and you're just gonna lift it up and you throw this away. Now you've got this roll, it's started to roll, it's happy about it. You're going to take this. This is probably the hardest part of the whole thing. You can see how hard it is. And you're going to line this up. Make sure you line it up at the top. If you start out straight, it'll work straight all the way down. And then go down to the bottom, make sure it's even. And then you just give it even pressure all the way along. All right, you've made the tube. Super cool. Now, if you look at mine, you'll notice that it's squashed at the top and the bottom in two different directions. So I'm going to squash the bottom first. It doesn't really matter, except that if your Designer Series paper has a pattern, you want to make sure you figure that out. My tulips, this is the top, this is the bottom. I'm going to take another little piece of tear and tape, and it's going to go inside, right opposite the seam that we just made. And again, I'm going to pull off that little the paper part. Okay. And then I'm going to squeeze it. And that's the bottom. Because you used the tear and tape. Now, if you used just your seal, or even liquid adhesive will work too, but I have no patience to wait for it to dry. And now I'm ready to add my treats. Now, if you're going to be a good treat giver and you want to do something healthy, even these little fruit snacks, they will fit in there, right? You just kind of squash them in. They fit down in there fine. Or you could do that and add a couple of little chocolates too. And we are going to make the top go like this. See, it's the opposite. So instead of going this way, now I'm going to go this way. Make sure you put your treats in first. get your flat pieces on either side. I like to do it right along the seam. So I'm not trying to bend in the seam or anything. It's right at the seam, but that's why I put the tear tape on the inside so it would hold. Okay, and again, another piece of tear tape. Where's the edge? Okay, right across here. You can always staple if you're worried about the bottom coming out. These hold up really, really well. And then you're going to take this off. Come on, you can do it. Okay, and squeeze her shut. There's that. One more thing you have to do. If you have an itty bitty hole punch, you can do that. If not, you're going to take your piercing pad and you are going to pierce a hole right here. Okay, and you're going to take your ribbon and you're going to poke it through. Now you don't want to poke a hole in the ribbon, so gently poke it through the hole. Keep poking until you get it in there. I also like to use my scissors sometimes. My snips work good. And poke those in and you'll see it come out the other side. And then grab it. Now again, you can hole punch it if you want. Okay, so now your ribbon is there. We can set this aside because now we're going to do our tags. Wasn't that easy? All right, so now it's time for tags. You are going to take a 2.5 inch strip. It doesn't really matter how long, it just needs to be 2.5. And this is the largest tag. If you look at your options, this is the tailored tag set. This is the largest one and the smallest one. All right, we're going to do both of those. Make sure you put them bumpy side, the cutty side down. And then this one. And then this little doohickey, it cuts the 3 little things that go on the tag. Let me show you. I only need 2. But it cuts these little grommet kind of things that go on there. All right, so that's what we're going to need, right? Those 3 things. I take a Post-it note because it's sticky, and I am going to put my Post-it note, and I want it to hold everybody. So it keeps them from moving around, and I'm actually going to use 2 because when you have a bunch of dies on here, it's easy for them to get moving around. All right, and then just fold this out of your way. Then we're going to pop this on here. Notice the sandwich, it tells you 1, 2, and 2, right? When you go to put this into the machine, you want to stagger it a little bit so that it will feed in, all right? If you try to put all 3 like this, it's a little thick and it's tough to get it in. So stagger it just a little. And then feed it in. You'll see that it goes super easy. And then you just crank it. Oops. I'm going to have to do that bottom one. It's too long for the plates, and that was my fault. Trying to squeeze everything on. It didn't work so well. But that's okay. So pull these all off. The Post-it notes work great to take them. See what I did wrong? This went beyond my plate, so it didn't cut. So take those through little doohickey thingies, flip her around. You know, sometimes it doesn't pay to try and squeeze them in. It just doesn't. Pop you. I'm going to go like this. Lay you down. 1, 2, 2. Slide you in, and I'm going to cut the next one. It would have been simpler if I had just done this at the beginning, and just try and only cut 2, not try to cut 3. The magic of live TV means sometimes when you mess it up, you really have to start all over. You can do it. Why are you sticking? Do you know why? Why is it sticking? Because I have it going the wrong way. And the other dies are there. So let's just start fresh, Kara. Let's start all over and not be so much of a hurry. Okay? So here's one tag. Let's get our little mess out of our way. And let's start fresh. So we're going to take another piece of basic white and we're going to trim this to 2.5. And now we're actually going to pay attention to what we're doing instead of rush. Take you off and you off. So it doesn't go through when there's 2 dies. Yeah, it just doesn't work that way. Put one there and one there. Whoopsie. And now we're going to slide you through. It's going to get much simpler now. Much simpler. Okay, now we're ready to put our tags together. Well, that was just silly. All right, so we have our tag and 2 little grommets and then this tag. Now you can stamp first and then run the tag through, or you can run the tags through and then stamp. So I'm going to stamp Mr. Bunny, and I'm using Smoky Slate because I think gray bunnies are sweet, but he could be any color that you want. And then I'm going to line him up. Nice even pressure, no rocking. And there's Mr. Bunny. Isn't he sweet? I love him. Okay, and then the next one is the My Friend stamp. And that's going to go here. And I'm going to go as close to the end as I can. My Friend. Close this up. Then I'm going to grab my adhesive and I'm going to put these little gizmos on. They go on flat to the edge. Just add a little extra detail to your tag. Come here. And then I'm going to put it on the ribbon and we're all set. All right, so we're going to run this tag. I hope you're having a great Wednesday and that you had an opportunity to pop in. If you don't see this live, no worries. It will be here. The list of what I used is below so that you can make some of these on your own. If you go to the blog, which again is really easy to find, it's just at karamiller.com. Notice I'm just threading these guys on the ribbon that I've already poked through. First the big one, then the little one. And then just go to the blog and you will find the measurements and all the details. I hope that you will also make sure that you're on the mailing list. Every week I send out at least one with what's going on. And then I also include a couple of extra tutorials that you haven't seen before that aren't necessarily on Facebook or YouTube. See how that goes? And then we just tie a bow. And honestly, how many of these can you make? Right? They're super simple. You could, if you were wanting to mass produce, you could do all your tags at once. Instead of doing my friend, you could actually write the name of who you're going to send it to. And then you just pull down and get these extra bits off. Don't need quite that long a tail on these ribbons. Although it looks kind of cute, but I don't need quite that long. Come on. There, and now we have two sweet little treat bags ready to go. All right, have a great day.